Hello, hello, hello. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Hello, how are you?
All right. We're just gonna let some people in and then we'll get started. I gotta do my intro and everything, so I got you.
Okay, good.
All right. Thank you guys so much as you're coming in. Welcome to Real Talk with Rajan. Please share, share, share. We're gonna get started in just about a minute. But first, I want you guys to go ahead and share this video out because we want to make sure we get as many eyeballs on this as possible. I know it's a Tuesday night, but we're doing our local celebrity spotlight on a different night this week just because it's my grandma's birthday week, and tomorrow we're supposed to be doing
Happy
the celebration for my
birthday.
grandma. So, grandma, if you're watching, ignore that I said that. What's going on,
Too
everybody? How
late.
you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live. We are live. Join us. I'm trying to go ahead and share this in all the places that I need to so we can get rolling. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Miss Darlene Miller, I see you. How you doing? Is that your friend? That's your people? All right. All right. All right. Let me put my script up and then we'll be ready to go. Oh, where'd she go? Come back. Just come back in. If you went out, just come back in. Miss Millicent. Okay, so she went out, so she's gonna come back in, and I'm just gonna wait for her to come back in, and then we'll get started. But we are here. We are ready, excited for another great show tonight. She's back. All right, there she go. All right, all right. I see you. I see you.
Okay.
All right, give me 1 second. We'll get started. I got you.
Okay.
I'm gonna push you back to the backstage, and then I'll get it rolling. So when you watch the final interview, you won't see this whole part right here.
Okay,
All
good.
right, don't worry. All right, all right. What's going on? Just pulling up my script, and then we'll be able to get rolling. Thank you all so much for joining us. If you are in, or if you are in here right now, please go ahead and share this video out. We're about to get started with Miss Millicent Middleton. She's running for, I believe, District 113. No, 111. Yeah, and we'll double check that when she's on. But thank you all so much for joining us. Welcome back to Real Talk with Rajan. I'm about to get started in just 1 second. Just need to put my script up. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are here. We are live and we are ready to go. We are ready to go. Thank you all so much for joining us. All right. All right. Thank you all so much for joining us. We are about to get started right about application window. That's the one I want. Share. Now. Hello, world, and welcome back to Real Talk with Rajan when nothing's off limits. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me, and I appreciate that. I am your host, Rajan Lewis. Now, here on Real Talk with Rajan, everything's debatable, so on any given week, we could be discussing anything from sports to music to politics. You name it, we'll discuss it. Now, for those who are new to the show, Real Talk Rajan has a goal of shining a light on the great things and the great people right here in the Low Country who are doing amazing work. And tonight we have a very, very special guest. We have Millicent Middleton, who's joining us as a candidate for political office, State House, I believe 111.
116.
116, 116. So thank you so much for joining me, Ms. Middleton. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Yes, like Rajan say, I am Millicent Trey Middleton, and I'm running for House seat 116.
Okay, so give us a little bit more. Give us some background information, where you come from. Just not the time to be modest.
No, that's fine. Basically, 116 is a very big rural district, and it covers parts of the Sea Islands. The Johns Island area that's adjacent to Wamala Island. I have all of Wamala Island, all of Youngs Island, the Ranto, Ravenel, Hollywood, Eddystone, Adams Run, Parkers Ferry, Churchill. And then you got two precincts in west of the Ashley, which also include Red Top and Davidson. And then it travels all the way to Colleton County that covers Jackson Borough, Rondo, Cartersville, and two precincts in Walter Borough. Okay. And all of that is mostly rural areas.
Okay, so where are you originally from?
My family's originally from Youngs Island in a town called Adams Run.
Ah, yes.
But I was raised up west of the Ashley in the little area called the Ponderosa.
Ponderosa? That's
right.
Ponderosa?
I'm a Lady Rock. I'm a Lady Rock.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. St. Andrews, huh?
Hey.
What year?
I came out early. I was supposed to graduate in 83, but I came out ahead of my time in 82.
Okay.
But you know what? We dominated that coat. Nobody couldn't touch us.
Yeah, I know how y'all rocks are. St. Andrews people are serious about St. Andrews. Yeah. My family's from my mom grew up in Orleans. Well, she lived in Orleans Woods. Right. So my mom went to Charleston High.
Okay. Yes.
So
I had a few family members that went to Charleston High.
Good stuff. Okay. So give us a little bit more about your background. So you're originally from there. So what was your journey to before deciding to run for public office?
And you're right, it was a journey.
Yeah.
First of all, 30 years of restaurant management had led me into dealing with building people in the restaurant from lower level to even high restaurant management material. But 15 years of being a pastor is where my passion really come from, even the more in building people of impact. So when my grandson made it to high school, that's when I started at volunteering for the local high school at St. John's on Johns Island. And from there, networking with the community. And as a pastor, I joined the Ministry Alliance to find how we can bridge the community to the school.
Yes.
As you know, St. John's was one of the troubling schools last year that scored second to the last in all the state of South Carolina.
Yes, ma'am.
So I got involved. I became the PTSA president, chairperson of the Athletic Booster Club. We were raising money to help the school out because, as you know, most Title I schools are affected because people don't understand that the funding is not based off of who all goes to the school. It's who all lives in the community.
Yes.
So this is how I started branching out into the communities to say, hey, guys, we need your help. First of all, you take your children to other schools off the island. And then with that, you're taking your financial support with your children off the island. If y'all good enough to live on the island, y'all children should be good enough to come to our children's school.
Absolutely. So as far as in your passion, would you say that your key passion for this is really the education piece, or are there other aspects of it that really stand out to you as well?
I'm gonna tell you just like I tell everybody else. I couldn't stand on one without standing on the rest. It's just like sitting on a chair with a missing leg. You need all of it to support the structure.
Mm-hmm.
and for it to function correctly. And all of my platform is important. But here's the deal. I will support everything that's on my platform, but I believe that my push is more than just the education part.
Okay.
Broadband is hurting us in the rural
Mm-hmm.
area.
All right.
We have children that now they're getting to see what our children been going through all this time. First of all, our children been suffering because when they're home, it's hard for them to get on the internet to do their homework assignment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not and because of no transportation or little or no public transportation, they don't have the luxury, even if they stayed after school, to go to McDonald's or to the library with Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
How are they going to get home?
Mm.
And which is my other fight with public transportation.
Okay.
And then my other fight is with the highway infrastructure, which is why Carter and Link said that this is keeping them from expanding the transportation. That's one of the reasons,
Mm.
because the buses don't have a proper way to pick up pedestrians. So my thing is, let's fix the problem. Let's fix the highways,
Mm.
which is how I end up at the South Carolina State Office with Marvin Pendarvis
Mm-hmm.
as he presented the complete street highway bill.
Yeah.
And my testimony was one of the few testimonies that was spoken that got a unanimous vote out of
Wow.
those who were present.
Wow. Wow. So it seems like you're pretty, it's sometimes people get into politics and they haven't really done a lot of their homework, but I can tell that you've done a lot of the homework. So can you give us a little more about your background in working with the politicians who are currently in place?
Yes, sure. And you're absolutely right. But this is more than doing my homework.
Uh-huh.
This is
Uh-huh.
actually me doing the work assignment.
Absolutely.
It's
Yes.
a
Yes.
difference.
Yes.
See, one person can just do the homework and did not actually do the work. They
Uh-huh.
just put down the answers. They could have got
Uh-huh.
the answers from the glossary or from
Uh-huh.
the back of the book.
Uh-huh.
But when you actually are studying it, you're actually living it, and you're actually applying it, now
Yes.
you can see the problem. Now
Yes.
that you've seen the problem, now you're doing the footwork to say, this is what we need to do to fix the problem.
Mm. I
So it's
love that.
more to addressing a problem than acknowledging. We all know that there's a transportation problem. We
Yes.
all know that there's a highway infrastructure problem. We all know that there's a broadband problem. We know that there's a criminal justice reform problem.
Mm-hmm.
We know there's an educational reform problem. But what are you doing about it?
Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. All right. So key issues I heard from you: education, broadband, transportation, infrastructure of the streets. What can you do in that position that will allow those things to be better because you were in that office?
Okay, so here's the deal. I realize how much significant it is to actually be in a position to not only present the legislative laws, but actually being in a position to network with others to pass it through,
Hmm.
because it is a process. But even for that, it's even more important to know what the criteria is
Hmm.
in each district and knows what's important. Building a high rise might be important to downtown Charleston, but that's not our fight.
Hmm.
That's not our fight. So because it's not our fight, it's not my focus.
Mm.
And you need somebody who's already in the ring fighting for these issues and
Mm.
identifying them and knowing and understanding the importance of networking with others. I connect with a great deal of those who are running in office right now.
Hmm.
And it's a circle of us who's fighting the same fight. And I know if we all can get there, we can make things happen. That's why it's so important that when we are talking to those about voting, we need to educate them to let them know to do your homework. Don't
Mm.
just go voting for people, one, because you know them.
Hmm.
Don't go voting for people because they're popular.
Yes.
Vote
Yes.
for a person because you know that when they get there, they're going to fight for you
Mm.
and not just hold a seat.
I love that. I love that. Let me ask you a question. So, well, especially in the African American community, we deal with a lot of voter apathy. People who say, I'm not going to vote because my vote don't matter anyway. What do you say to those people?
You know what? And I've been hearing that a lot. And I'm going to tell you why. 2018, the Sea Islands was lying domain.
Mm,
Actually, the rural islands, the rural district of 116 was lying domain because we were the forgotten people.
mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm,
somehow I came up with this creative idea. Let's develop a Democratic club.
mm,
And I got some strong supporters like Abe Jenkins and Montez Martin,
mm-hmm,
who were the dinosaurs of dinosaurs. And these clubs was lying domain for 2 to 3 decades.
mm-hmm,
Then when I created the Sea Island Democratic Club, we started motivating people. Reverend McKinney Washington came to one of my meetings and he said, I need you to come and do this out in St. Paul's district.
mm,
Now, I understood why he said that. Because for 2 to 3 decades, Reverend McKinney Washington was carrying the whole Democratic on his back in
mm,
that district.
mm-hmm.
That's a lot for one person to be fighting for a whole region. So I went out into the St. Paul's district and replicated what I did in the Sea Islands and started up the St. Paul's Dem. Now I'm gonna tell you what that did. That platform was built just in time that Robert Brown was able to come to one of our meetings and speak to the constituents that caused a great load of them, 60 plus people, to show up at 75 Calhoun Street and stop the closing of my old elementary school, Minnie Hughes.
Mm,
Now, let me tell you something. There's power in number. But
absolutely.
the thing is, knowing how to organize and rally people together, that's important
Absolutely.
because one voice can't say it all. And when you know how to organize people together on common issues at all levels, not just on the ground level, but even at the state level,
Mm,
even at the US level, because as I was working on presidential candidate Tom Steyer campaign, even at that level, I understood how it was so important to be able to be relatable to even that to US national issues.
absolutely. Absolutely. I see we have a comment from Miss Deborah Moore. She says, our next state house rep 116, great reasons to vote for Millicent. So you got some fans in the audience. You got some fans in the audience.
Thank you, Deborah.
so I love your passion. I definitely love, what. Okay, it's a great question. I love your passion. I love what you bring to the table. What Tell us a little bit about Millicent, the human being, outside of politics. What is it
Yes.
that makes you?
And you know what? I'm glad you said that. Because people say, how do you find time to do
Hmm.
what you do?
Right, right.
And I am a first of all, I'm a woman of God.
Praise
I'm a
God.
pastor. And I'm true to this.
Yeah.
And one thing I do know is that I am totally led by the Spirit.
Mm,
But more than that, I also understand and respect other people's boundaries.
yes. Uh-huh.
All got to live on this planet together.
Yeah.
So that part, I do not wait that on anybody's territory. But I'm
Hmm.
also a wife, a mother, a grandmother.
Wow.
And I am one that cares about individuals. And I care about how one would be able to learn from me as
Hmm.
I can learn from them.
All right. Yeah, I love that. We got another. So we have a question from Darlene Miller. And Darlene Miller says, who are you running against in your district? I don't know if you want to give them screen time by saying their name, but I'll let you run with that.
No, this is my thing. I'm not running against anyone.
Uh-huh.
I'm running for a seat. The seat belongs to the people.
Uh-huh.
I'm here to give my platform. I'm
Yes.
here to share my experience into why I am the best candidate for this seat.
Mm, I love that.
Because of all the things that I do and all the things that I'm about being someone that the people needs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
my focus.
I love that answer. And I want to make sure I do say this. If you are in the audience and you'd like to ask a question, please make sure you put all your questions in the comment section. I'll try to get through as many of them as we possibly can because we want to make sure that Miss Middleton has an opportunity to hear you all out. Now, Miss Middleton, you said you are a pastor. So what church do you pastor at?
Well, yeah, this is something else. My husband and I used to live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and that's where New Birth Christian Center was formulated.
Uh-huh.
But before I even moved to Florida, I was sitting under the leadership of Pastor Jonathan Briggs
Okay.
of Truth and Fellowship Ministry in North Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
And the man of God raised me up over 15 years ago to be the awesome pastor that I am today. And when I sit here and tell you, coming back home to Charleston was something not in my plan. Rajon, I did not want to come. But I came back because my husband felt the burning desire to be home near to his mother. Now, I'm going to tell you something. That was the best thing we could have ever done.
Yes.
The best thing.
Yes.
And more reason than enough. And we would need another show to talk about that. But at the end of the day, my passion for whatever it takes to be a pastor, but not at that level where most people say in the four walls. No, it's about what I need to do on the ground.
Evangelizing.
Yes, it's about me being, like I said, building people of impact. And I apply that in everything I do, even in the workforce, even in my home, even in everyday life. I could be in the grocery store. If there's a conversation that will strike up, that will interest me, I will give that conversation all of my attention.
So what, and I'm trying to think of some thoughts, just, to wrap it up, because I want to make sure, I feel like you made a really strong point. So I don't want to belabor the point, but I want to give you an opportunity to say what a vote for Millicent Middleton in District 113. What does that vote stand for?
A vote for Millicent Middleton means a vote for better public transportation. A vote for Millicent Middleton will mean a vote for better highway infrastructure. A vote for Millicent Middleton will mean a vote for better broadband and internet access. A vote for Millicent Middleton will means a vote for criminal justice reform. A vote for Millicent Middleton will mean a vote for educational reform. But the main thing that I am for is a vote for Millicent is a vote for medical marijuana, because opioids is killing people. Opioids is taking people out left and right. And not to mention, the crime rate will probably, according to the statistics of other states, come down when medical marijuana is passed. Now, people say, Pastor Millicent, why you want people taking marijuana? No, it's not the same. Medical marijuana is a prescription drug for those who got lupus, cancer, neuropathy, all kinds of sickness and illness that will cause great pain. Medical marijuana would cause their body to calm down enough for their bodies to heal, because our bodies are supposed to naturally heal. But you can't heal when your body is all balled up in pain.
Absolutely.
You can't heal when you are stricken and your body is so tight that your body can't perform for itself. So if we regulate things that will help us and not hurt us, because at the end of the day, the only person that's being blessed about opioids is the pharmaceutical company.
Absolutely. And that's something I definitely see becoming more prevalent, is people getting behind the idea of medical marijuana, or just even the idea of just legalized marijuana. I guess this is a question I could ask. Would you be one who would vote for legalized marijuana, even in a non-medicinal way?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would, because I understand how important it is. I understand the necessity of it. Listen, as a pastor, my husband have diabetes and neuropathy. I argue with him. We've been together 21 years. And I argue with him over this. God don't want you doing that. See, we can get so holy. We way off
Uh-huh.
the scale.
So heavenly minded, we can do no earthly good.
You're right. But let me tell you something. Let's speed it up into the years. I
Uh-huh.
wish I could go back
Uh-huh.
5 years, 10 years.
Uh-huh.
My husband probably wouldn't have amputation because medication that they give diabetes, people with diabetes, is killing people
Mm.
with diabetes.
Yeah.
That medicine, that medication that they give a lot of us for heart problems, it gives you a side effect to something else.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Almost every medication they give us to fix one problem hurts
Creates
something
another
else,
problem. Yeah. Yeah.
just so you can get on medication for that.
Mm.
It's a vicious cycle. So let me ask you something, Rajan.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think the Indians had in their peace pipe?
They taught us how to grow it. They taught the Americans how to grow it, didn't they? That's what I'm saying.
What do you think? And they were healthy people.
Uh-huh.
My
Yep.
grandmother was partial Indian.
Uh-huh.
She lived to be 99 years old.
Mm.
Her sister died a few months after her at the age of 95. My aunt, her daughter, living today, 93 years old.
Mm.
We have long life longevity in our family because of the one thing and one thing only. We choose to stay healthy and we choose to do healthy things in our lives.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got some more comments. I'll make sure I read the comments because we got some really good comments. We have Deborah. I'm gonna start with Deborah. Deborah Morris says a vote for Millicent means a vote for the people of SC. So Deborah is all the way behind you. I see you, Deborah. Dan Gregory, he says, being a cancer survivor, I've seen firsthand people in pain. Luckily, I did not experience the pain. Apostle Gertie S. Ford is different when used in measured applications. Cannabis was used in the Bible as a natural measure for bathing and dedicated anointing oil for priests.
Yes. Yes.
Chanel Lafayette, better days ahead. Millicent Middleton. All right. Dan Gregory, even the chemo causes heart problems.
Right.
You have no choice right now. And then Millicent will be taking care of me when I get old. All right. So you definitely have some support in the audience.
I got you. So Rajan, tomorrow is my wind down Wednesday.
Yes, please talk about it.
And we are talking about medical marijuana. I have two guests that will be on there. And one is a farmer on Johns Island, Mr. Richard Ray.
Okay.
And the other guest is a lobbyist with a 9-year-old daughter, 8-year-old daughter at home with lupus.
Mm.
This lady have to go to another state that legalizes what her daughter needs to calm her daughter's body down.
Yeah.
Now, before her daughter could not go to a regular school setting. Now her daughter can go to school and tolerate things like a normal child. You'd be surprised how our people have been suffering. And I'm not talking about people of color. I'm talking about all people.
Americans.
We have suffered at the hands of those who are greedy, and they are not thinking about the fact that they are hurting people and not helping people. That's why we need to get people into office who is going to stand up for the people. Locally, I think I'm the only candidate that's openly talking about the subject of medical marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm the only candidate that's willing to bring that conversation to the forefront. But you know why I'm doing that? Because I see how our people are perishing. Our people perish for the lack of knowledge and the denying of it. So we have to make sure that we are educating and reforming people at all levels of the government, not just what fits for one, but what fits for all.
I love that. So Wind Down Wednesday, where can they find Wind Down Wednesday?
Yes, please go to our Facebook page, Middleton for You. That's Middleton, 4 letter U. If you can't find me on my Facebook page, please go to my website, which is middletonforyou.org. And it'll lead you to all our social media platform, which all of them are under Middleton for You.
Is it
Twitter,
number 4?
Instagram, number 4. That's Middleton, number 4, letter U.
.org.
We got .org.
Okay, so I
We
put it
have
in the
that.
comment section.
Great. So we have that in Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you give your parting thoughts before I close. I really enjoyed this interview. I wish you the best. So you have to run the primary. I'm imagining.
Yes, our primary is June the 9th, but right now you can go do early absentee voting.
Good.
And and even better than that, everybody can do absentee voting and use pandemic. There's an option that you can choose, and it's under the pandemic. So
Okay.
that was passed and approved.
Yes.
So thanks to everyone who got together on that one. But here's the deal, guys. We know we are in District 116, and I'm talking to my District 116 family. As of right now, we only got a couple of more weeks before the primary.
Mm-hmm.
If you had not by this point, and you know the mailing system, because first of all, you have to go online, which we have a problem with our internet, to even apply for the absentee ballot. Then we have to wait till it comes to us in the mail. Then we have to mail it back, the application,
Mm.
just for us to get the ballot back. That takes some time. So as of right now, I would not advise anyone in District 116. Now, if you're downtown Charleston, yeah, I'm pretty sure your mail system work good. But in our area, I would not advise it. If you're
Mm.
going to vote early, then do it in person. Do it in person so that
Mm-hmm.
you will be able to know that your ballot counts
Yes.
and not floating around in the mail somewhere and not make it there. Yes, as a politician, I'm going to tell you at this point, don't do the absentee mail-in ballot, but do
Mm-hmm.
the early uh, voting.
Okay. All right.
And please vote for Millicent Middleton, because no matter who you are, I am for you.
All right. All right. No matter who you are, she is here for you. And I definitely enjoyed this interview. Thank you so much for joining me. And I want to go ahead and I want to tell everybody, make sure that you go to her website. I want to say one more time, her website, www.middle. I'm going to put it right here. www.middletonforyou.org. That's www.middletonforyou.org. And with that being said, I'm going to close.
Bye.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Get away from my loop around. Thank you so much for watching this week. Reminder that the local celebrity spotlight shines every Wednesday night at 7 p.m., where I interview my local celebrities and unsung heroes. Next week, I'm actually doing 2 shows. I'm interviewing on Tuesday night. I'm interviewing Miss Buffy Lewis, formerly known as Buffy the Body. She's a pretty big, well-known person nationally and internationally for her appearances in music videos and things of that nature. But we're gonna be talking about her life after the music industry and what she's doing now with her brick built apparel line. We're also gonna be talking on Wednesday with, oh my gosh, blank. Oh, Regina Duggins, who is running for District 111. I think she's running for
111.
District 11. District 111. Yeah, so
111.
she'll be on Wednesday. So Tuesday is Buffy, and Wednesday is Gina Mocha. If you are doing something in the community that you would like a light shined on, please reach out to me on my website. That's www.realtalkwithrajan.com, so we can discuss getting you on the show. This and all of my shows, in addition to the Car Chronicle series, is now available for your listening pleasure via Apple, Google, Spotify, and any place you can find podcasts. You can also find it on my website. That's www.realtalkwithrajan.com. If you'd like to be made aware of when I go live, because sometimes it is unscheduled, please be sure to click the follow or subscribe tab on the page and turn on the notifications so that you will know when something new has been posted to the page. In the meantime, please follow me on social media to stay up to date with what's happening on Real Talk with Rajan. On Twitter, I am at Real Talk Rajan. On Facebook, I am at Real Talk with Rajan. On YouTube, I am at Real Talk with Rajan. I'm going to pause right there. Last I checked, I had 137 followers on YouTube. I need everybody watching this video to please go to my YouTube page and subscribe now, because I have interviews like I have with Miss Middleton, with so many other people. I actually have 105 105 videos, including this one, of just interviews and great content. Please check it out. I'd love to have your support. While you're there, feel free to leave comments, questions, or whatever else you'd like to say in the comment section or the message section. I love reading your feedback and getting your feedback, even if it's negative. I would also appreciate it if you're enjoying this. Please leave a 5-star rating on my podcast or on my YouTube channel. I am currently accepting invitations for speaking engagements and event hosting opportunities. If you would like for me to speak at or host your event, you can request me via my Facebook page or my website, www.realtalkwithjean.com. In closing, always remember, God is everything. Without him, we are nothing. So never forget where your help comes from. And if a man doesn't stand for something, he's bound to fall for anything. Now that is real talk. I will see y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.